Hello, hello. I'm Zoreen. This is Esports Network. I'm here speaking to PowerOfEvil today. How are you doing, man?
Doing quite fine.
Yes.
We just lost against 100 Thieves, but it was a close game and with ups and downs, and we shouldn't be too disappointed after such a long game because honestly, if you lose in 20 minutes, it's way more disappointing than if you lose in like 70.
Yeah, and I think that's a good attitude to have, you know. It matters. I mean, how you take your wins is really easy, but how you take your losses, I think, is even more important, right?
Well, at the start of the season, having losses is not bad. It's not a bad thing. It actually helps the team to improve and to see week to week what you need to work on. I feel like you're on a disadvantage if you win the first, let's say, 5 weeks, and then at that point you start losing. It's harder to catch up than if you are kind of already losing the first weeks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I do want to backtrack a bit. It is, I guess, your first welcome into NA LCS. So welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. How do you feel about everything so far? I mean, like besides, the first game, but how are your feelings leading up to today?
Well, I was already a few times in America for like tournaments or All-Stars,
Yeah.
but it's the first time for like a longer stay, right? I'm staying for the whole season. So it's a pleasure to be here. I like the weather and the players are really nice. It's funny and like a new experience to see how they communicate and how they act outside of the game. It's I would say different to the EU culture or how we communicate, because for us it's our second language and for them it's their first. So sometimes they use words and I'm like, what are they saying?
Are there any particular like stories you've got where, some communication, I guess, things happen?
Well, not really. Normally, like if I don't understand the word, I just instantly Google it and then learn again. Yeah.
Nice. How often does that happen?
Actually, not that often. It's just if they use really specific, like exotic words, I would call them, which I've never heard before, or like we normally would just like describe them with broken English.
So I did want to ask you about that, actually. I mean, you're coming into, a new team, a new culture, I guess. What would you say are the biggest differences between EU and NA culture, both like inside and outside of the game?
In A and EU culture, like inside the game, I would say people are more reserved. I feel like in EU, there's a lot of passion. It's like more... People get really, really excited really fast, and sometimes that can be really good. Sometimes it can be like a little bit bad. If I look back to Misfits, we got really excited if we were winning, and sometimes would overstep and do mistakes. And we don't do that a lot in OpTic right now, so it can be a disadvantage, can be an advantage as well. We will see. Maybe we get some insanely exciting game and we will be the same as you, but I would say that's pretty much it from me, from the inside perspective. I feel like everyone is doing the same communication, just I would say maybe different steps. So people would we would still do the same steps in order to do it, but we would like try to communicate it differently in like other words, other sentences, like shorten it up, just be faster with it. And outside of the game, I'm not sure. I feel like it's just a lot of different things, but like food-wise or like the weather, but it's nothing like really specific, I would say.
Okay, what about the social aspect? I mean, do you guys, I guess, do a lot of like team bonding outside of the game and hang out together?
Well, we pretty much played the last 2 weeks like non-stop, kind of, literally like non-stop. We had like 3 blocks every day, and we tried our best to be ready for the split, and maybe in the next weeks we'll have more time to make these team bonding activities, but let's see. Like we didn't really do them yet. I hope maybe. I heard that in A you guys don't really do a lot of like team-wide activities. So like one team goes out with another team. That's really common in EU, but I heard that in an A no one does it. So maybe that changes with the EU players coming in.
Hopefully, yeah, make things a bit more friendlier, right? I mean, like, you guys kind of have to all band together to fight, the Korean teams and everything, that old narrative. But I did also want to ask you as well, I guess, about OpTic. I suppose you probably had a lot of choices coming into NA. What was it about OpTic Gaming, that organization, that attracted your attention?
Well, so after the Misfits run at Worlds, I had so many opportunities and so many choices to make, and it was kind of rough to decide where I'm going to end up because of a lot of like different factors. Do I even want to play in NA? Do I want to stay in EU? What is the roster looking like? There's so many different aspects, and I decided to go for OpTic because, first of all, I always wanted to live 1 year in NA. I always wanted to see what it's like, how the people are, how the culture is, and it's, I would say, like a unique experience for a 20-year-old to just live a year in North America and play there in this region. And OpTic in general was really friendly. They were really open to me. Just from hearing that I followed their FPS shooters as well, so they have like an insane fan base, and hopefully I can grow with them as well. So I'm looking forward to succeed with them.
That's very good. I asked you this before, and I think it's awesome, but I commented on your shoes when you came in, and you actually said, if we can get a shot of the shoes, they look awesome. And you actually said this is actually part of like your team uniform, I guess, or like all of you are wearing the same shoes, same pants, same jersey.
Yeah.
Tell me what that's about.
Well, so it just looks better if everyone wears the same thing. So we have the same shoes, the same pants, the same jersey, obviously. And that's the first time I have that as well, because in Euro, I think it's strict that we all have like black jeans or black pants if we don't have team uniform. And in my old teams, we didn't have team uniform, so we just had like black jeans. Everyone had his jersey, but it's like the first time everyone has the same. It's kind of funny. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the design's pretty cool, so that makes it easier, for sure.
Yeah, I really like the jersey. I think it's pretty cool, and everyone has their flag on it, so I like it a lot.
That's a nice touch. You don't ever forget where you came from that way.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. Well, did you have any other words, I guess, final thoughts for your fans out there who may be watching?
Well, I want to thank everyone for welcoming me to NA and NA LCS. Besides that, keep cheering for us, guys. We will try our best to win tomorrow and improve from week to week so we can be ready for playoffs and win it all.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, PowerOfEvil. For more League of Legends coverage or esports network coverage in general, be sure to check out our YouTube channel.